Alright YouTube, so today's video we are actually diving into the world of the Canon EOS R5 II, and we're going to be capturing this particular video on the Canon R1. So this is being filmed on the Canon R1 with the RF 28mm 2.8 lens actually on there. So hopefully it looks good. I'm looking at it on the Ninja V Plus here and it looks pretty good. And I am going to dive into the computer in a little bit, but just wanted to record this because some of you wanted to see what the talking head looks like on the R1. Anyway, autofocus should be good, and I'm trusting it. Don't even have the screen out because I have the monitor out here. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the firmware update that actually came in for the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. A lot of people are actually kind of nervous and asking each other, did you update, did you update, did you update, did you update? Not sure why you're nervous. Just go ahead and update. I updated mine to version 1.02, and what I did is I made sure that my camera was actually connected to my phone. So if it's connected to your phone and you have the Canon Connect app on there, all that you need to actually do with it is the moment you actually connect to that camera with the Canon Connect app, like that right there, what it's going to do is you hit reconnect here. If you can see it, well, you can't really see it there, but once you hit reconnect, what will happen is it will actually just tell you, hey, there's a new firmware update available for your camera, and you can just update it. No big deal, right? So, and the phone actually talks to the camera, sends the information over and does it. Some people try to do it by downloading and putting the SD card in there and all that. I didn't try that. Apparently they ran into some issues. Just use the app. It works really good, no issues. All of my cameras are loaded on here. R7, the R5 II, the R1 is on here too. That's got a firmware update too. I'm not going to update it because, you know, it's one that I got to send back to Canon. If I end up getting my own, I'll update it. But what's big in this R5 Mark II update? So once you do that, once you update it, what are you really going to get? The biggest complaint, well, a lot of it has to do with them fixing, you know, some of the little nuances that were happening in the cameras, like an Error 70. I got an Error 70 when I was trying to fool around with the full-size HDMI on the R1. And it's actually my fault because I didn't shut the camera off and I tried to yank it off. That was my fault. It put the Error 70, it's like it needs to do like a hard reboot at that point. It's like, it almost feels like you're trying to jerry-rig something into the port. So that was my fault, but apparently it does occur, and this is something that they are fixing on the R5 Mark II. I'm pretty sure that's in the R1 as well now, which they're probably taking care of, where while the camera is on, you can still take it off and do your thing, especially if you're doing a lot of filmmaking. That could be very annoying where you have to restart the whole camera. So a good catch there, Canon, especially if you, and that's what this Error 70 issue that I'm actually seeing on the screen. So what am I actually seeing on the screen? Let's just hop on over there, right, and see what are you really going to gain from doing this firmware update. So I'll go ahead and actually move this over, and I'll pop up on the bottom right there, turn the keyframe on, and I should be on the bottom right, which I am, and I'm going to look this way. Hopefully you can read this. So the big one is a lot of people complained because of the new battery, LPE6P, where you know, you could do all of the different frame rates, all the different things with that battery. Well, they complained because this part, 23.98 frames per second, was not available on the non-LPE6 battery, which is the NH battery, which goes in the R7, R6 II, all those cameras. So they actually fixed that. So I'm going to just actually demonstrate that, because first, let's just go ahead and actually bring up the firmware. Not the firmware, the battery that's actually in here is the LPE6P, which is the one that comes with the R5 Mark II. And what you will see is under 4K, right there, I'll make it bigger so you can see it. So under 4K, you can actually see 23.98. You can actually select it. This was actually grayed out with the previous firmware that was actually on there, which the camera shipped with. And this is the LPE6P that I was actually doing right there. So you can see, well, it still wants my face. That's the battery right there. And then this is the LPE6. That is not the P, it's the H designation. And I'm going to put that into the camera now. I just did it right here. Camera's loading, warming up, turn it on, go back to the same page, and before it was disabled, and now you can actually shoot it. There you are. So if you use a LPE6NH battery, you can shoot your 23.98 Spielberg, frame rate. You can be the next, Netflix, sensation. So you can do that now with that. So if you don't have the P designated battery, you can still do it. Your shoot goes on, and you can continue to make cinematic type of things that you want to actually make. So that was one thing they fixed. Coming back to this guy here, Wi-Fi connection, I never tried it. I mean, it was fine. I mean, the way it was, apparently they fixed something on the FTP transfer icon there, and it's identified now by a different status and color. So if it does, you guys let me know if it worked. The FTP, it also, you can protect the images on the file transfer. That's kind of cool. Adds the ability to do a custom shooting mode while writing images to the media. This is interesting. I'm not sure what this really means. If anyone knows what that means, let me know so I know how to look for it, because I'm not used to that language. Custom shooting mode while writing images to the media. So does that mean that I shot 500 shots, it's writing to the media, I have a custom shooting mode? What does that mean? Does that mean it allows me to continue shooting? If anyone knows, leave it in the comment below. I'll test it. I did this last night, so I half the things I don't understand what they fixed, but they apparently fixed something. This is one that I just kind of explained to you right now with the R1. It was doing the same thing, which actually triggered the error 70. So it looks like they fixed it. The camera can actually become inoperable, right? Images cropped, and are being transferred over the FTP server. I don't do anything over the FTP server, so if you are, leave it in the comment below. I'd like to know what it does. That's fine. And a lot of these other ones, I'll let you just read it. They fixed something with the stabilization here. This is kind of important. In the movie mode, they actually fixed something in here, so I'm very curious to actually try it now, and I have not done this. So apparently when you're panning with doing movies with a monopod or a handheld rig, it actually improves that. Apparently there was an issue with it. I didn't notice it, but that doesn't mean that you didn't. If you did, leave it in the comments below. So they are trying to fix things all the way through as it goes through. This one is kind of good, that it's actually not smooth. The AF frame movement may not be smooth, and going through that, especially when you use the multi-controller, which is this guy back here, and trying to move it around. So again, I didn't notice it, but if you did, leave it in the comments below. The big one is usually this one. Improves operation stability and during network communication. What does that mean? I don't know. I thought it was stable already, but maybe it wasn't. Custom pictures when saving camera settings. This could be cool if I think I'm reading it right. I have not tried it, so more to come. But the biggest thing I can tell you is, if you're freaked out about doing the firmware update, don't. It didn't break my camera. It's fine. It perfectly shoots fine. No issue. I haven't seen any issues. So if you found issues, leave it in the comments below. I wanted to share that with you. Okay. Second thing, the battery update, right? So we did a video talking about the R1 and R5 Mark II at Conowingo Dam. And some people are like, well, you're not being honest about, you know, how many photos you really shot. Well, guess what? I'm actually going to show it to you. You're reading the back of the screen, not realizing that there are 2 card slots in there. And each card has different amounts of photos in it. So when I showed how much battery was left, there was only 1 card in there without the other card in there. So what am I showing you on the screen? So it doesn't look like I'm making stuff up again. Here's the library, Canon R5 Mark II. You can see this right here. All the shots that were shot with it was 2,673. Someone claimed, hey, I only see 1,700 shots on your camera. Okay, let me show you the date and the timestamp on the raw file, because they don't lie, my friend. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it without actually further ado. Here we go. Here. This is the first image that was shot in the morning, 9:22 a.m., 12/7. That's when we went. This is the camera. You can see it by 8,192 by 5,464. It's 45 megapixel camera. That's the R5 Mark II. Right? So that's number 1. And going all the way throughout the day. Spot check. Let's just spot check. I think all my drives have actually fallen asleep. They just woke up. Whoa, there you go. There's another one. Hold on, let me just keep going here. This is when my son, there's going to be a video coming up. I think I mentioned this in the video, where he accidentally had the AF point selection up here on the top right, and he was wondering, I am missing shots, when he first started. And there are all the shots. We're going to go through that. Actually, you know what? If you're up for it, and if that's what you want, I think we should have him on the channel, actually come on the channel and actually explain these shots where he actually missed it, and then he, you know, figured out what it was, and then it was fixed. So that's not the point of this video, but I'm just going to scroll all the way to the right now to the last shot of the day that I shot with the R5 Mark II. Was on 12/7 at almost 1 p.m. So first one was at 9:22. This is at almost 1 p.m. You do the math. 3.5 to almost 4 hours later, like I said in the video. And this is the shot count in here. So what you can actually see now is when you come up here for that day, it's 2,673 shots. 1 battery. Yes, 1 battery. Believe it. It's true. So, just wanted to clear that up. But when I went to the dam, I was using the old firmware update, so it was not the new firmware update. So I can't really speak to if anything changed there. I don't think so. I'll do a lot more shooting this week with this and the R1, and a lot more videos coming. So like, subscribe, be nice to each other, go out there, create your magic, and I hope you like the video coming out of the R1 here. What we'll do is make another video tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. I got another topic for tomorrow. I think you'll kind of like it. So with that, I will talk to you in the next one. Thank you.